We're gonna start with the sales one, the basic concepts. I mean, honestly, we're not gonna be looking at the concepts. I want to speak or to talk about the importance of the sales into any business, and then we're gonna see the first two steps in order to create or to design a sales process. Okay, so welcome. Hope you like this video, and especially hope you have like a nice day. Okay, let's go. Okay, so why are sales important, guys? I mean, in definition, we say this: sales equates to revenue, and revenue covered expenses. The ability of a business to create its expenses create stable operations and the opportunity for growth. Okay, so in this case, they are saying that if you don't make money by selling, you cannot grow. Okay, now this is the American idea, the American concept. Let's make this Mexican. Guys, honestly, as this says, the sales is the same to have revenue. I mean, sales equals to make money. That is selling. Selling is all about making money. If you don't make any money, how are you willing to survive as a business? If there is no money, there is no business. That is the importance of the sales department, of the sales process. I mean, you can have a beautiful product, honestly, and you have like the perfect design of the envelope or the package and everything. But if you don't know how to sell it, I mean, what is the purpose of it? The world is full of ideas, and those ideas, they can shape the world, they can change the world. But if you don't know how to sell them, they will never get to anything. Or probably somebody, some years later, will know how to sell it and will make a profit of it. Okay? So that is the importance of the sales. Guys, honestly, it doesn't even matter if you have a bad product. Let's take a look at the Coke. The products of Coca-Cola, they're not the best products. They make you fat, they damage you from the inside, but they are beautiful. I love them because they have this beautiful sales process. That's it. Sales equals money. Selling, selling, selling. That is the deal of a business. How can you place or how can you take the money from the customer's wallet to your own wallet? This is all about. Now, basically it's this one. That is the basic definition of the importance of the sales, to make money, because again, if you don't make money, you cannot survive as a business. Let's go. Now, how the hell can we manage to sell good? That is the main point, and that is the purpose of the class. How can we sell good? Guys, everything starts from a process. We're gonna be looking at a lot of variables that they may impact the way you develop your sales, okay? But you can measure them or you can limit the impact of the variables by having a proper process. And that's what we're gonna be doing in the class. The first step in order to design a process, a sales process, you have to ask yourself, what do you sell? And once you have the answer to the question, you will ask yourself again, what do you really sell? I mean, what the WTF? I'm gonna say it that way. WTF with this. Guys, why do we have to ask ourselves, what do we sell, and to ask the same question again? Aren't we supposed to have the same answer? And honestly, no, we're not supposed to have the same answer. Why? As I was mentioning yesterday, I used to work at a car agency, and we had these two cars, okay? We have these two products, the Dodge Charger and the Dodge Attitude. Okay, they are the same. Honestly, they are cars. They have wheels, they have seats, they have windows, and they have an engine. They are the same. If you get on one of them, you start the engine, you drive them, and the car will do the same stuff. It will take you from one place to the other. That is the purpose of any car, to take you from one place to another one. Okay? Now, why am I using this example? Okay, guys, at the agency like 2 years ago, we were having this problem in which, take a look at this. The youngest salespeople, I don't know, the younger sales force, they were selling like really good this one, the Dodge Attitude, but they suck at selling this one. And the other way, the oldest generations, they were like really good selling this one. And it's not that they suck at selling this other one, but they just don't care about it. Okay? So if you don't know that much about cars, the yellow one is the Charger and the red one is the Attitude. Okay? Now, we studied the sales process of the two generations, the new ones and the old ones. And we have this interesting result. Honestly, guys, which one is harder to sell? And the answer to the question is this one. The Attitude is harder to sell. Why? Because you have more competence. You have in Ford the Forfigo. We used to have in Volkswagen the Vento. Now it's called Virtus. In Honda we have the Honda City, and I don't remember the name of the Hyundai one. In Kia we had the Rio. It's not that direct, but it was a competence. In Nissan we have the Versa, and so on and on and on and on. Basically, each company had a product for this segment of the market. But when it comes to this one, basically they don't have any competence. Yep, you can compare them to the same challenger of the same mark, the same brand. You can compare it to the Mustang, and if I'm not mistaken, to the Camaro. And that's it. Because the other ones, they are in different segments. You can call or recall like a Camry, but they are not in the same segment. Basically, this car just had like 3-4 competitors. Meanwhile, this one had a competitor in each brand. Now, why were the young sales force sucking at selling this one? Because they were used to sell this. When you're selling this one, you have to speak more about the engine, about the qualities of the engine, about how this one spends less fuel than their competence, about the security of the family. You have to consider different aspects, but they were like really technical when describing this one. Yep. Now in this other, in the yellow one, the Charger, we realized this. The oldest generation, they were not focusing on the characteristics of the car. I mean, when somebody comes to the agency and sees the car, you have two perspectives. In the first one, he or she, they already know the characteristics of the car. That's why they went there. That's why they are interested in the car. The second one, they don't give an F, they don't care about the characteristics of the car. They just like the car. Okay? So the oldest generation in this one, they were more focused into designing an experience, into creating an expectation for the customer. If you buy this one, it will help you in this aspect of your life. You will look better, You will project yourself as more successful. You will attract young ladies or young men, and blah 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 blah. They were more about the outcomes, the results of having this car, how this help you in your ego, in your life. They were creating this image of success. They were not only selling the car, they were selling the experience that comes with the car. Because honestly, if you start the engine, this one will go faster, but they will take you to the same place than this one. Probably you will get there faster in this one, but you will get there. I mean, that was the funny part about this. And these guys, they were all about the details of the engines and not paying attention to the development of the experience of the customer. That was the main problem I had back then. Okay, so that's the reason why you have to ask yourself twice, what are you selling? Because, let's go back. In this question, if I ask the first question, in this case, sorry, if I ask the first question, what am I selling? I am selling cars, and that's it. I'm just selling cars. Now, if I ask the same question again, am I selling an attitude? Am I selling a charger? Why? Because they are different worlds, even if this is the same product, okay? That is the main reason why you have to be sure about what you're really selling. Now, I'm gonna put you another example because some people may not be that much into cars. And the local example of this could be Wallander. Basically, I mean, I'm pretty sure they sell cheese. And yep, indeed they sell cheese. But guys, this is the spoiler alert. If you take a look at this white part, you may notice something. This one is on their web page. And it says, nuestra misión es mantener las expectativas del buen gusto, distinción, prestigio y estatus del mercado de Durango y su región. Ok, vamos a analizar eso rápido. I'm gonna switch to English. I'm sorry, I got tired of speaking. Okay, in this case, guys, they know they sell cheese. They know they sell bakery. They know they sell these amazing tortas. They know they sell them. But the main point is to sell the brand. And how are they selling the brand? Through the status. That's the other thing that they are really selling. That's why we ask the same question twice. I'm gonna take another example just to finish the explanation. If you take the Nike's Jordans, what they sell? They say Jordan sneakers. That's it, they are sneakers. That is the first question. Jordan, Air Jordan, they sell sneakers. What are they really selling? They are selling streetwear sneakers for people into the tendency of blah 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 blah. That's it. That's the reason and the purpose of asking the same question twice, okay? Let's move. Now, the step number one is really knowing what you're selling. Let's go to step number two. You have to know the market and you have to know the customer, okay? And the first thing I need you to know is this one. Not everyone is going to buy you something. For real. I mean, we have millions of people, million persons in the world. Not everyone is into you. Not everyone is into your product. And why do you need to know this? Because if you're aware of this, you can stop wasting your time with the people that is not going to buy you, so you can focus on the people that's gonna buy something. Okay, now, how do we know, or how can we get the idea of the people that is going to buy something? You have to ask yourself. The first thing you need to have in mind is the product, okay? Now you have to ask yourself, who buys the product, why they buy the product, and what for. Okay, and then you have to ask the people, will you buy or will they buy the product, why yes, why not, and what for. I mean, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky or obvious to you. If they buy a pair of shoes, what for? To use them. That is the base question, the base answer. If I'm gonna buy some shoes, it's because I'm going to use them. Yes. But what is the difference between some Michael Kors shoes and some flexi shoes? There are different worlds. What for? Do you want to go to a party on this one? You don't? You're going to the school? I mean, what is the real reason you're gonna be buying the product? And guys, I want to make a pause here. Through the career, you will be hearing a lot to your teachers say, you have to sell the needs. You have to sell needs to the people. That is the most important thing. Sell the needs. They need to need the product. Yes and no. Why? Because if you focus on selling the need, the people needing something, I mean, if you need to use shoes, you just buy some shoes. If you need to wear clothes to dress yourself, you just buy clothes. Any t-shirt, any pants, it doesn't even matter. Why? Because you're gonna get wear. That's it. That is to sell a need. And that doesn't work. If you're thirsty, actually if you're thirsty, you just drink water. And that's it. Just drink water and that's it. I mean, why do we have brands, different brands of water? Because some brands, they just sell the water itself. And some other ones, they sell you the status. I don't know, there is a big margin of difference between the Aguaciel and the Boss that you can buy at Liverpool. Why? Aguaciel comes in a plastic bottle. The other one comes in a glass bottle. The first one cost 10 pesos at the Oxxo and the other one costs 80 pesos at Liverpool. And actually they taste the same because they are water. Honestly, guys, nobody needs a Boss water, but they are still selling. Why? Because they understood it's not about selling needs, it's about selling the experience. Everyone in the world, everyone is selling something. Every time you go out, there is people trying to sell you something. Why are you buying Humex instead of the juice of the guy standing on the street? They are the same. Actually, probably the juice from the guy on the street will be better. But why are you wearing or why are you buying Humex? And that comes in the experience. That comes from the experience. Selling the needs is not enough. We all have needs. The experience. How does this make you feel? Honestly, guys, I smoke. Okay? But why do I smoke sometimes? Not because it tastes good. I mean, the cigar, it tastes like it tastes awful sometimes. There are a few flavors that may be like great, but in general, like the cigars, they just taste like hell and they leave you smelling awfully. Okay? The problem comes when you relate the smoking with a specific action. Okay? I don't need to smoke. I don't need to smoke, honestly. Nobody needs to smoke. Now, what happens if I tell you? You just go out of work after 9 hours of hard working at a factory. You're tired and you just need to relax. And then you buy Marlboros, you take one, you light one, and you smoke while you're walking home. That is an experience. And if I get you to relate the experience with the product, honestly, you will be buying from me always. Okay? So that's it. That's why we have to ask this to ourselves and to the people. And now it comes the time to continue with the point number 2, the same one. We design the buyer's persona. A buyer persona is this one. We have 6 different aspects: personal info, professional info, values and fears, negative info, where are they, goals and challenges. Please guys, I really need you to consider this one, to take a picture of this, to take note of this. I will explain them a little bit so you have time, okay? The personal info. In strategic marketing, you will know or you will see how to develop this one. Yeah, how to prospect or to, I don't know the name they use. Perfil. How to create a customer profile. That's it, basically. We have the age, the gender, the children, the location, the income, and the education. Guys, honestly, this one, this part in here is really good when it comes to developing a product. Okay? If I'm going to develop or to design a world high class car, okay, I need to consider these aspects. But when it comes to sell, this one is not enough. We need to know more. And it comes these other 5 aspects. What the hell? Why do we need the professional info? Because we need to know if the person made herself, made himself, and how do they get to the point where they are. They come from a wealthy family, they have to fight all the way back or all the way to the top. Do they have some people under command? They are under command of some other people. Why? All of this influences in the way this person is gonna be relating with others. Back in the time in the agency, we had customers from the same company. Some of them, they were line producers. It was like a maquila. And the people from the lines, they just had a different approach to the life, to the things, to the economy, to wasting money than the supervisors. And that's why you need to consider this part. I don't want you to get moral on this. I know it's not correct, but actually we don't care because we need to develop the experience. Okay? Now, values and fears. Why do we need to know the values and fears? Because that helps us to perform a better description of the product. Why? If I know that you have a family, you have children, they are, I don't know, Tom and Jerry, 3 and 5 years old. Okay, as a mom, as a dad, probably you will be scared of killing the guys in a car accident, of your children dying. You will be scared of that. And it's not like I'm going to scare you by saying, oh, if you don't buy the truck, your children, they will die. It's not that way. It's saying like, this truck is perfect for you because I noticed that you have a family. I mean, you want a car, you want a truck in which you can be completely sure that if you have an accident, nothing will ever happen. That's why I recommend you this model with the 7 airbags. So if you have an accident, nothing will ever happen to them. You can be sure of this. If you use the fears of the people and the values, you will have a better positioning into the market, into their minds, and you will be selling better. I'm gonna take another example about the values. We have a lot of examples in beer. Honestly, we have different types of beer. We have the claras, we have oscuras, we have stouts, we have artesanales. We have a lot of beers in this time of the history of Mexico. I don't know. Yep. But honestly, you have to know who's buying the beer. Why? I'm gonna put you this example. Victoria is like a dark beer. It's not for everyone. Honestly, I don't quite like it. I rather drink Indio than Victoria, but that's up to me. The Victoria is not for everyone. It's not like a Coronita that everyone can drink. Yep. The Victoria is like, okay, I don't like it, or yes, I love it and I will take it. And Victoria is not worldwide selling. Honestly, Victoria is like a local national beer. And they started to notice that they were not selling that good the beer. They designed the buyer persona, and they got to a point in which they decided that the main value of the customer buying their beer was feeling Mexican. And they designed this beautiful slogan in which they said, Morena, digo, ni clara ni oscura, morena. And they just make a direct relationship with being Mexican and the beer. And that really positioned them. So that's why you have to know the values and the fear, because when it comes to design a speech, they will help you a lot. What are they afraid of? What do they have? What are their fears? What do they want? How they think? Okay, goals and challenges. This is also something that will help you to develop the speech. Why? I mean, let's set this example, this picture. You are turning 20 years this year. As an example, I have no idea how old are you. Okay, you're turning 20 this year, and you want to go to a bar. Probably you will go. I don't know. I'm gonna say Leuk. You will go to Leuk, and you want to look nice. You want to have fun. You want to meet somebody. You want to break it. In Spanish, romperla. You want to romperla. Yep. Okay. So you just go to a store and look for a dress or a shirt that can help you to achieve that goal. You're not looking for any dress or any shirt. You're looking for a special shirt and a special dress. Why? Because you want to feel special. Yep. That is something that you're gonna be using in your birthday. So it has to be a special shirt and a special dress. What is your goal? My goal is to feel comfortable, to meet somebody, and to have the time of my life feeling confident of myself. I want to feel confident of myself. That is my goal. What is my challenge? Well, I'm not in the best form of the world. I'm not this. I don't have this. My skin tone doesn't help me. Myself, I cannot use yellow. Honestly, it kills me. That is my challenge. Okay. Now, when you know this help you to develop a better speech in order to approach to the customer. You have to know this part. And the other ones, where are they? I mean, this one I will explain it in the next session. Don't worry about this one. And negative info. The negative info is where you have to really know the customer. What are the problems you may face when, or your seller will face when dealing with the customer? Are they complete assholes or not? They are like so talkative. They don't make decisions quick. They have a lot of doubts. What are the problems they may face? They are insecure. Why? Because you want to know the people behind the desk. Okay, now the purpose of the buyer persona is to figure out who are you speaking to, who is buying the product, and the main purpose is know where the customer is, know how to speak to them, know what are they looking for, and know how to sell them. Okay, now at the end of the day, probably you will get a result like this. This is a buyer persona profile. Actually, you can change some of the aspects, like I don't know, sometimes you don't need like why he buys from us because it's the first time he's buying, so you don't need this one. I don't know. These are like the general aspects they may change in order to the service or the product, okay? And you may have different buyer personas into the same product. Now, if you remember the questions back there, here we have like an abstract, a summary about all the info with the most important highlights that they will help the seller, the sales force, to perform better with them. Okay? In this case, you know like who he is. He's 47. He makes a lot of money. He has been in the job for 10 years. So he's stable. He's a stable guy. We won't have any problem with this. How he find us or what he used? He used LinkedIn and Twitter. I know if I want to speak to Steve like in a more informal way, I can speak about the trending topics on Twitter, about how Donald Trump is an asshole on Twitter, or something like that. Yep. The pain points, guys, these are the aspects that may influence the decision of Steve. In this case, it says he wants a competitive price. Yep, if you don't have a competitive price, this is a pain point for you. There are 5 other people involved in the buying decision. That is a pain point for you. So the pain point, guys, is something that may affect you into the sales process, okay? No sé, I don't know. Let's say your buyer persona is Pedrito 10 years. The pain point is that you want to sell Pedrito a candy, but the decision is on the mother. That is the pain point for you, okay? And the other aspect is what he wants to know about the product and what he doesn't want about the product. Okay, what he wants to know. Pedrito only wants to know that the chocolate tastes really good. What he doesn't want the chocolate to have or to taste like cheap or something like that. Yep. This is the final approach to a buyer persona. And this, guys, is how we finish the session for today. Now, honestly, I don't know how you work, but I'm gonna make a brief summary, like real quick in Spanish, so we have everything settled and everything confirmed, ¿ok? Vamos a cambiar rápido a español. Entonces, como vimos, el módulo del día de hoy se trató de ventas. ¿Por qué son importantes las ventas? Básicamente, si no vendes, pues no puedes sobrevivir. Y perdón que use este ejemplo, en tiempos de la contingencia lo estamos viendo. Hay muchos negocios que están batallando para sobrevivir o que están cerrando ya porque no han podido vender. ¿Por qué? Porque las ventas generan ingresos y los ingresos te dan fluidez y la fluidez te da vida como negocio. Si no hay vida, no hay negocio. Entonces, esa es la importancia de las ventas. No importa qué tan bonito producto tengas o qué tan buena calidad manejes. Si no lo estás pudiendo vender, no tiene ningún caso, ¿sale? Y eso es básicamente la importancia de vender. Ok, ¿cómo vendemos mejor? Todo tiene que estar en un proceso. Ese es el gran secreto. Establecer un buen proceso de ventas. ¿Y cómo empieza esto? Empieza definiendo qué vendes en primer aspecto y después qué realmente vendes. Como les había dicho, también en mis tiempos de juventud trabajé un poco en corporativo y también en tienda en Pull&Bear. Y la pregunta o la respuesta siempre era esa: ¿qué vendemos? Vendemos ropa. Pero realmente, ¿qué estamos vendiendo? ¿Estamos vendiendo estatus o estamos vendiendo ropa relativamente accesible para personas que no quieren gastar tanto en su imagen o que no pueden gastar tanto en su imagen y de todas maneras quieren verse bien. Esa era la respuesta definitiva a lo que realmente estábamos vendiendo. ¿Sí? Espero no se hayan tomado a personal lo del carro, es el enfoque que le tuvimos que tomar, que le tuvimos que poner. Obviamente sé que un Charger no es lo mismo que un Attitude, trabajé en la agencia durante algunos años, créanme, pero en el estricto sentido de la palabra, los dos son el mismo producto, los dos son carros, ¿sí? Entonces, nada más quiero dejar eso bien en claro por si alguno se sintió ofendido. Bueno, una vez que defines qué es lo que realmente estás vendiendo, es decir, qué vendes en el primer nivel y qué vendes en el segundo nivel, viene el tiempo de conocer a la persona que te va a comprar, ¿sale? ¿Para qué conocer a la persona que te va a comprar? Chicos, lo que yo les comentaba también es importante. A lo largo de la carrera les van a decir, vendan necesidades, vendan necesidades. La verdad ese es un enfoque viejísimo que ya no funciona. Las necesidades se vendieron en los 90, se vendieron en el 2000. Ahorita, ¿qué necesidades hay realmente? Bueno, en tiempos de la pandemia sí hay necesidades de gel antibacterial, hay necesidades de cubrebocas y todo eso. Va, lo entiendo. En tiempos regulares, antes de la pandemia, ¿qué realmente necesitabas? Si necesitas agua, vas y compras agua y ya te la tomas. Si necesitas ropa, vas y compras ropa y te la pones y ya estás cumpliendo con la necesidad. Si necesitas un cubrebocas, vas y te compras un cubrebocas. ¿Y por qué están sacando ahora cubrebocas de piel y con diseño? Hay unos que hasta sacaron con diseño de máscara de luchador. No estamos juzgando, pero es algo que te gusta. Eso ya va más allá de la necesidad, es lo que quiero que entendamos. El vender necesidades es una tendencia antigua. Junto con las necesidades debemos vender una experiencia. ¿Por qué? Porque vemos miles de millones de personas en el mundo ahorita. No somos tan especiales o queremos sentirnos especiales. Y el problema es que todo el mundo nos ha estado intentando vender algo. Cuando tú salías a la calle, todo el mundo te intentaba vender algo. Si no era un refresco, era un chocolate. Si no era un chocolate, era un mazapán. Si no era un mazapán, era una gordita. Si no era una gordita, era un burrito. Total, había miles de opciones para gastar el dinero. ¿Sí? ¿Y qué era lo importante? La experiencia. La experiencia, ¿por qué? Porque ese es un factor decisivo en el que tú compres o no compres algo. Es algo que se volvió totalmente relevante. ¿Cómo me voy a sentir si lo compro? Y es algo que aprendimos a base del ejemplo del Challenger y del Attitude. Si me compro el Challenger es porque yo me quiero sentir que lo logré, que la rompí, que tengo el dinero, que soy exitoso, que puedo todo y que el mundo es mío. Si quiero la Attitude, ¿por qué? ¿Cuál es mi necesidad? ¿Cuál es mi experiencia? Mi experiencia es que la neta quiero ahorrar para un viaje, pero necesito moverme. Entonces, va, ¿sí? Quiero un carro cómodo que gaste poquito. Esa es la experiencia que yo estoy buscando, ¿sí? Lo mismo es con la ropa, les ponía de ejemplo. Con la ropa, si necesitas una camisa, te compras una camisa y ya. Ahora, si quieres una camisa que orme bien, que delinee la figura, que te haga ver más musculoso, que te haga ver más delgada, ahí ya estamos hablando de una experiencia. ¿Por qué? Porque no estás comprando la playera o la camisa o lo que quieras, nada más para cumplir con la necesidad. La compras, no sé, si compraste esa camisa que te hace ver como más musculoso, lo más seguro es que te la vayas a poner un día que salgas a un antro, que salgas a un bar, que vayas a salir con la chica o el chico que te gusta. El mismo caso de las chicas. Esa ropa especial la compras pensando en momentos especiales, en experiencias. Tú ya te proyectaste en una situación así. Quiero esa camisa para el día que voy a salir con ella. Quiero ese vestido para el día que voy a salir con él. ¿Sale? Entonces, eso es algo que sí tenemos que tener bien claro. La experiencia es fundamental en estos tiempos y es la nueva tendencia de ventas. Aunque les digan que vendan necesidades, las necesidades ya son muy noventeras. ¿Sí? Entonces, nada más también volviendo a esto, tenemos que empezar en dos niveles superficiales, que es preguntarte a ti mismo quién puede comprar esto, por qué y para qué, y después lo pones a prueba preguntándole a la gente si compraría el producto, por qué sí, por qué no y para qué lo quiere. El para qué lo quiere te ayuda a entender el segundo nivel. Va, si yo estoy vendiendo tenis, es obvio que vas a comprar los tenis. O sea, si me dices que los vas a comprar, pues yo sé que vas a comprar tenis porque yo vendo tenis. Evidente. Pero ¿para qué? Puede ser que tú quieras los tenis para correr, puede ser que tú quieras los tenis nada más para salir a caminar, que los quieras para salir a un antro, ¿sale? Ese es el propósito de esa tercera pregunta. Y cerramos la clase del día de hoy con lo que es un buyer persona. Un buyer persona es un perfilamiento de cliente mucho más especializado y enfocado para el desarrollo de campañas publicitarias y ventas. ¿Por qué? Porque nos metemos más a lo profundo del cliente. No nada más sabemos que tiene dinero o no tiene dinero, que vive en la colonia, no sé, en la orilla de la ciudad o en el centro de la misma. Ahí nos vamos a sacar de toda esa información que a veces no nos sirve y nos empezamos a meter en los pensamientos de las personas. ¿Por qué? Porque la información del perfil clásico tiene limitantes bastante densas. ¿A qué voy con esto? La información personal de un perfilamiento básico que ustedes van a ver en Merca Estratégica o en Planeación Estratégica, no sé cómo se llame, ustedes van a ver que les van a preguntar dónde vive el cliente. Y sí, hasta cierto punto puede ser un factor que indique algo acerca del cliente. Quizás si vive en la colonia más pobre de la ciudad, bueno, puedas deducir que no tiene tantos ingresos. Pero oh sorpresa, ¿qué tal que ese señor tiene un puesto de hamburguesas que factura a lo endemoniado todos los fines de semana? Y resulta que los ingresos de ese señor, o resulta ahí que no te sirve de nada la ubicación geográfica, porque ese señor sí tiene dinero. Y el hecho de que esté en una colonia no significa que vaya a pensar de una manera o no. Pull&Bear tiene clientes, o lo vimos y era súper obvio. Teníamos clientes, por ejemplo, en Ciudad de México, para no usar ejemplos aquí locales. En un Pull&Bear tú veías gente de Tepito y gente del condado de Sayavedra. El condado de Sayavedra es una de las zonas más caras de la Ciudad de México. El uso que le daban era distinto, claro que sí. La persona de Tepito quizá iba al pool de Madero, que estaba más cercano a este talle en el centro, ¿sí? Y quizá ellos realmente compraban la sudadera para usarla muchas veces, ¿sí? Y la chava del condado de Sayavedra, les digo porque sí pasó, o sea, sí me pasó, la chava del condado de Sayavedra las compraba para usarlas una vez. De, ay, voy a salir a esto y no tengo nada que poner. Va, se compra un vestido y lo deja de usar. Ahí en Pula Tizapán teníamos clientes que llegaban cada semana y se llevaban 5,000, 10,000 pesos en ropa. ¿Por qué? Porque usaban la ropa una vez y la dejaban de usar. Ahora, ¿a qué voy con esto? Le estábamos vendiendo a las dos personas, a los dos perfiles. Ahí no nos servía de nada los ingresos ni la ubicación. ¿Por qué? Los dos perfiles, si nos vamos a otros aspectos en cuanto a metas, valores y miedos, compartían elementos en común. Los dos querían verse bien, los dos estaban preocupados por su imagen, los dos tenían una vida social relativamente activa, ¿sí? Quizá al chavo de... No, y de hecho no es quizá, era un hecho que al chavo de Madero no le ibas a hablar de la misma manera que al tipo de condado de Sayavedra. No es que el de condado de Sayavedra lo vas a tratar mejor, es que el condado, el tipo de esa tienda, el de Atizapán, que es donde compraba el condado de Sayavedra, te trataba como si fueras un esclavo, un sirviente. Entonces básicamente lo tenías que tratar como con pincitas, de lejitos y con mucho respeto. Mientras con el tipo de Tepito, o sea, ahí en Madero, te podías hacer hasta amigo de él. ¿Sí? ¿Por qué? Porque era gente con ideologías totalmente distintas. Y eso es lo importante de tener un buyer persona. Porque el buyer persona te ayuda a determinar cómo debes interactuar con cada persona. Cuando nos mandaban una persona de Madero que es donde teníamos más clientes de Tepito, a Atizapán, que es donde teníamos clientes de Condado de Sayavedra, batallaban horrible cuando no les dábamos la introducción de cómo tratar a los clientes. ¿Por qué? Porque ellos estaban acostumbrados a ser más amigables, a tratar de sacarles plática, a tratar de volverse amigos de ellos. Y eso es algo que odiaban los clientes de esta otra tienda, ¿sí? Y por el otro lado, si tratabas a alguien en Madero como tratabas a los de Atizapán, básicamente iban a sentir que los estabas despreciando y que que no les querías vender. Por eso es importante considerar la información personal desde su trabajo, cómo se han hecho, cuál es su historia de vida, cuáles son sus valores, cuáles son sus miedos, cuáles son los metas, cuáles son los retos que han tenido que pasar, dónde están y la información negativa respecto a ellos. ¿Por qué? Porque si conoces bien al cliente vas a saber cómo hablarle y si le sabes hablar, le vas a saber vender, ¿sale? Entonces cerramos con esa parte y terminamos con esto, que es un ejemplo del buyer persona. Este lo pueden utilizar para una actividad que vamos a tener. Evidentemente se va cambiando, chicos. Eso sí, no se casen con este formato. Esto es nada más un ejemplo. Ustedes pueden considerar aspectos distintos que consideren importantes para hablar con esa persona o que consideren importantes que un personal de ventas, un vendedor que ustedes contrataron, deba saber para lidiar con el cliente, ¿sí? Aquí lo que quiero explicar nada más es cómo se estructura. La estructura de la izquierda es así, es básica y es así debe ir prácticamente en todo. El nombre, la edad nos ayuda mucho a identificarlo, ¿sí? Muy sencillo. Y una breve biografía de quién es ese cliente, como para más o menos saber cómo hablarle a esa persona, qué tipo de acercamiento vamos a utilizar. Las que son variables que pudiéramos tener o no es el cómo nos encontró. Quizá esa no sea tan relevante. Quizá sí. Depende mucho de si queremos saber si vamos a trabajar más en Instagram o Facebook. Y si no nos interesa, pues podemos omitir eso totalmente. En este caso vamos a considerar que si lo necesitamos, cómo nos encontró, nos va a ayudar para ver si le podemos mandar más información a su correo, si lo podemos contactar en Instagram, incluso si lo podemos llegar a prospectar en Instagram, en Facebook, en WhatsApp, es más, hasta en TikTok, ¿sí? ¿Dónde está esa persona? ¿Qué redes sociales utiliza? ¿Qué le gusta hacer para poderlo encontrar y poder hablar con ellos? Después vamos a los puntos de dolor, los pain points. Esos puntos de dolor no son del cliente, no son del cliente, son del proceso de la venta que te puede arruinar la venta, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, tenemos a Paula de 27 años que es nuestro perfil ideal de cliente, ¿no? A Paula le queremos vender, pero Paula va siempre de Daniela y Damaris, que tienen 24 y 25, ¿sí? Daniela y Damaris son las típicas amigas, ¿cómo lo decimos así? Envidiosas, que van a tratar de que nuestro perfil cliente no compre mucho. Ok, si sabemos que esas dos personas van a acompañarla a la compra y sabemos que puede ser que la motiven a no comprar, bueno, quizás sea una buena idea pedirle al personal de ventas que aíslen a nuestra chava, que no tenga tanto contacto con sus amigas al momento de probarse el vestido para que se haga una idea, que refuerce la parte de decirle, oye, se te ve genial, algo así, ¿sale? Es nada más una suposición, puede ser que funcione, puede que no, obviamente ahorita nada más estamos suponiendo. La otra, si sabemos que sus dos amiguitas la van a incentivar a comprar, la verdad hasta les podemos dar paso. ¿Sabes qué? Pásale, pásale con ella. ¿Por qué? Porque ellas, aunque se le vea horrible el vestido, le van a decir que se le ve bien y que se lo lleve. ¿Por qué? Porque le gusta verla gastar y nunca he sabido por qué. Pero bueno, los puntos de dolor es todo aquello que puede interferir en la compra, ¿sí? Les ponía el ejemplo del niño. Un punto de dolor en un niño que le vas a vender un dulce puede ser la mamá. ¿Por qué? Porque la mamá no quiere gastar o está preocupada por la salud del niño o está preocupada por las características del producto. Puede tener preocupaciones. Puede ser una mamá que ni siquiera le importe y si se lo compre. pero debemos considerarlo en esos puntos de dolor, dependiendo de realmente a quién nos vamos a enfocar, ¿sale? ¿En qué quieres saber? Pues simple y sencillamente qué detalles vamos a resaltarle del producto. Si Steve de 47 años tuviera su familia y le estuviera hablando de una camioneta, Steve de 47 años tiene dos hijos. Uno de los hijos tiene 10 años y el otro tiene 7. Y tiene una esposa que tiene 38. Se la consiguió joven. ¿Va? Ok. ¿Qué quiere saber Steve acerca de su camioneta? Quiere saber seguridad. ¿Por qué? Porque va a transportarse con su familia. Steve posiblemente trabaje en una oficina. Vamos a decir que trabaja en una oficina de lunes a viernes. Ok. Entonces necesita que la camioneta pues tenga un estilo más o menos moderno, clásico, no sé. Supongamos que Steve super creció en la ciudad y no le gusta nada relacionado con el campo, entonces va a necesitar una SUV, una camionetita cerrada que tenga una bonita estética y que se vea bien en la calle. Sin embargo, quizá a él le interese los fines de semana, cuando no está trabajando, sábados y domingos, salir a días de campo con su familia, por lo que sería buena idea también en qué quiere saber, las opciones o la versatilidad que puede tener el vehículo. Fíjense cómo de esto empezamos a sacar todas las variables, ¿sale? ¿Y qué es lo que no quiere Steve? Steve posiblemente, si se va a gastar 400,000 pesos en una camioneta, no quiere tener una garantía baja, no quiere tener problemas técnicos, no quiere bla 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 bla, ¿sale? No quiere un crédito muy largo. Son cosas que debemos ir analizando. Ok, ¿cuál es el propósito de todo esto? Básicamente empezar a diseñar un proceso de ventas que nos ayude a ser más efectivos. El propósito de la clase, chicos, es esto. Básicamente es cómo ser más efectivos al momento de vender, ¿sale? Entonces, básicamente este es el tema del día de hoy. Permítanme un segundito. Ok, básicamente es el tema del día de hoy. Les voy a subir más al rato una actividad para el fin de semana en WhatsApp. Por mi parte sería todo. Como ya saben, como les dije ayer, si tienen alguna duda, alguna pregunta, algo que no haya quedado claro, con toda confianza, por favor, háganmelo saber a través de WhatsApp. No sean malitos. Sí les voy a pedir que sea por ahí antes de las 9 de la noche, ¿sale? Pues bueno, me despido de ustedes, que pasen muy bonito día, pásensela genial y muchas gracias por su atención.